It's been a minute. Welcome. So today we're going to talk about apartment cues that can tell you if a man is lying or not. And I wanted to do this episode because I found out that the girlies don't know the tea. And I'm so confused because what do you mean you don't snoop around people's apartments when you visit? Like, hello, I thought this was obvious. I thought this was everybody, but maybe me, I don't know how to mind my business. I've been told there is also that. And for somebody who really minds their business, that's a weird thing to say. But it's okay. Let's move on. Anyways, obviously, this comes with a story time. So I'm going to give you guys a story. I was dating a Lagos demon one time. I'm so sorry. If that person watches this thing and hears me call them a Lagos demon, they might, be shook. But it's okay. Anyways, I was dating a Lagos demon one time. And it was long distance. So I went to Lagos. I had some work stuff to do in Lagos. I'm like, okay, my man is even living in this Lagos. Make I kukuma see him. And there's a popular saying that if you have man in Lagos, you're sharing him with like 7 other babes. Good. It's not like as if I did not know this. There's also the fact that I was in my, what era can I call it? My I'm not really being serious era. So there's also that. So it wasn't like a committed relationship that I'm going to lead to marriage. No. It was okay, cool, we're in a relationship. Let's see if I can even get to the point where I'm gonna want to marry this man. So anyways, I go to Lagos, right? And you know how your baby's coming. So you've arranged everywhere, everything is spick and span. You've hidden all the things you should hide so that she might not find them, all those things, right? Thank you very much. I go to his house. And he leaves me in the house to go get something with his driver. What do you do when you're left alone in a man's house? Yeah, that's what you do. You snoop. You snoop because it's the fastest way to find out if somebody is lying. You search for the things that they can forget. Also, side note, if you are dating an Abuja man, now is the time to check for the house papers and see if his name is on it because he might be borrowing. I'm so sorry. Okay, all right, cool. Let's go back to the story. Anyways, he leaves me in the house, right? So me, I start snooping around. I check everywhere. Drawers, wardrobes, the other room. I don't mean the other room in that way, Jesus. But the other rooms in the house, obviously. I check all those places, right? Now, you have to do a thorough job of snooping around because, hello. So the first cue is you check wardrobe. You have to check the wardrobe for things that can be forgotten. Bra, pants, a blouse, trousers that look very feminine. You have to search for all those things, right? So I start today. And lo and behold, he had forgotten that maybe the babe had left over a blouse and he didn't know how to stash it or something. But he forgot one blouse. And it was nicely tucked under like a couple of t-shirts. I pulled it out. A very beautiful white blouse. I'm like, wow, that's so cute. I love it. Clearly, this cannot be his. So I tuck it back in where I found it and I close the wardrobe. The second thing you do is you go to the bathroom. Now, there are 2 ways to break down this bathroom thing, and I'm going to tell you how. The first one for the bathroom is that you search, okay? You search for panties. You search for bra. Places where they can be hung and hidden, and maybe somebody can forget, right? So I did that. In the bathroom, I searched all around. I didn't find anything. I'm like, okay, maybe the blouse is for a cousin, right? Maybe it was a mistake. But I'm like, no. My intuition has never lied to me. It's not going to start today. So I keep searching. Guys, where do you think I found the pants? Just take a wild guess. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay. The shower curtain. You see how when you push shower curtains aside, right? They form like gathers or whatever that they are called. Good. I pushed it and arranged the shower curtain. And just after I arranged it and the gathers had dispersed, there was a pant hanging there, almost like someone had squeezed it and tucked it into the side. there was one G string. I still remember the color of the G string. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. You mean it? That is okay, that's good. The third thing you do is you search his cabinet in the bathroom. And I know some of you are asking, oh, why? But you see, one of the ways to catch if a man has a babe, a situationship, or like, no, like, we're really in a relationship, is the cabinet in the bathroom. You are searching for skincare. When it's a man, right? And I know that there are men who take care of themselves and they have like a lot of skincare. Very correct. However, there are certain products that will be in a man's stash that you will know this belongs to a woman. And I'm not talking about one product. Maybe you find one La Roche-Posay blemish control something. I'm speaking about finding like certain products, but a lot of certain products. Some form of lipstick or makeup. An extra toothbrushes, but like the colors are quite different. Do you understand? They're just ways. And if you search long enough, and if it's a lying, thieving, good for nothing Lagos man, you will find. So for that, obviously I didn't find anything because I think the person had packed everything and ran away, obviously. But this will bring me to my next story of another apartment investigation. Good. Just keep that somewhere. All right. So I find the pants. I find the blouse. I don't find any skincare or anything. The last one is the kitchen. When a woman has lived in a house, right? Now, it might be a woman who does not cook. There's also that. But they will order food a lot, right? Or he would need to stock up for her. Search the fridge. If she cooks a lot, there will be specific types of pots that will be in a man's house that you know very well that doesn't belong to him, or he didn't buy because he was cooking. Yeah. And while there are men that are specific about pots, they're just things that you find that you know that now woman get them. So I search the kitchen. Also check his fridge. There's a level of stock up that men don't do when they live alone. When there hasn't been a woman that has lived in the house, they can have soup and stew and it's be in the fridge or freezer, right? But for his food to be fully packed with like different variety, options, is giving either he entertains a lot of guests or there's a woman that comes frequently. And for the first one, if you know the person that you are, involved with, you know that it might not be somebody who likes guests a lot. So having that much food is really not something that they would do, right? So yes, I did all of that. And when I was done with my investigations, I went back and I waited for him. When he came, obviously, I'm not about to tell him, oh, I found blouse and no, we're now flipping out. We don't do that here, okay? Because you're never going to find me flip out for a man. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. A man that I'm supposed to have is not needing me to flip out, meaning I don't need to find anything that requires flipping out. So he asked me, oh, are you okay? I'm like, hey, I'm good. How are you? How was your worker? Had a conversation. Everything was cool. Everything was nice. We were great. I left, went back home, did what I went to Lagos to do, finished up, came back to Abuja. And I think maybe a month or two after is when I brought it up. Because he was saying something on the phone about how, he feels like, I'm ignoring him. He feels like I'm too busy for him and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, you have your other babe. I don't really understand why you care that much. That's when I brought it up. Because you have to keep things in your ass now when you are dealing with mad people. Yeah. The second story was, I was, seeing an Abuja man, dating. An actual committed relationship, actually. And you know how there's the tale of Abuja boys not having house. And which some of you think is a lie, but it's actually true. Now, I'd never been to his house because I'm not about to go to anybody. You see that thing where they always say, oh, come over now, come to my house. I don't do that. Okay, I'm not about to drive with anybody's child. So I'd never been to his house until we got to the place where like we're actually together. We'd go out a lot, go out in public spaces. He had come over to mine. Obviously, there was somebody around most of the time when he came over. So I finally went over to his house and he had gone out and left me in the room. Obviously, I'm going to snoop. Cabinet, drawers, wardrobe. Okay, so I searched the cabinets because I was looking for papers, files of maybe house documents or something that indicated that the house was his, and it was a really nice house. And I found them, and it was actually his name signed on, the contract for the rent and all of that. I'm like, okay, so this is not an Abuja boy. We love that for him. Went through his wardrobe. Nothing, absolutely nothing that indicated that a woman came over, stayed over, lived there. Nothing. Went to his bathroom. Searched for products. Now, this is somebody who liked taking care of himself, did some form of skincare. I mean, obviously not as dramatic as women do. Loved perfumes, and basically had told me before that he actually does use more, that he has feminine deodorants. So if I ever find his deodorants, I shouldn't be weirded out. It doesn't belong to a woman. I'm like, okay. So I snooped, and he was correct. He did have, Sure, but it was the female one. Checked for other scents, went through his perfume stash, tried to find if there was any feminine scents, went through all the other things in his cabinet, his skincare, all of that, and confirmed, as a matter of fact, that there was nothing pointing to a woman. So yeah, those are the apartment cues that you need to look out for if you're going to be with somebody, and you want to check if, obviously there are exceptions to it because there are men who are very particular about certain things. But again, trust your intuition. If you're going through something, wardrobe, cabinet, kitchen, all of that, and you feel like there might have been a woman in this space, 9 out of 10 times you're right. But yeah, those are the cues. I hope that helped. And please, let's not do this thing where we're like, oh, Selema, you don't like to mind your business. And if I go to somebody's house, I'm not snooping, they leave me around. I'm so sorry, but what if the person is a ritualist? Good. If the person is a ritualist, now you find a secret room that they have where they keep their baba and their calabash. Share before they come back, you will not run away. Thank you very much. It's also going to save your life. So maybe sometimes not minding your business is a good thing. Think about it from that perspective and recite to yourself, Selema knows how to mind her business. Exactly. I'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.